Hello, you fucks. Welcome to John Solo's Beard Brigade. I'm John. There's little Lissa Gremlin there. Hello, Lissa Gremlin.
And the dog over there.
Yeah, I see Lola sitting in the background. How's Lola doing today? Everything all right?
Oh, she's good. She's cold.
Cold?
As am I.
Well, it is. What we got 53 degrees here today, but it's kind of windy and rainy, which is nasty. So, how about you?
I think it's about, it says it's 60, but it's mostly cloudy.
Yeah, 60 is actually kind of warm in my opinion. I forgot to turn this on. Sorry about
There's a
that.
chill. Yeah, there's a chill in the air.
I am so excited about my tech today. My IT company that I deal with, I deal with they handle my domain and they also handle all my Microsoft licensing. It's kind of necessary, but they finally opened it up to give me full admin control over everything, which is so fucking nice. I was able to. It allowed me. I've been bitching back and forth with Trace over the last couple of weeks where like I gotta wait for them to flip a switch before I can do this. So yeah, now I got all the switches. I can flip them and it's friggin' awesome. So yeah, I'm excited. But anyways, looks like we got a bunch of books
I'm
here
glad
today.
you are.
Well, it's
No, not as much as last week and not as much as the week before, but usually about in the middle of the month is usually the fewer of the releases.
Fewer of the releases.
Beginning and end of the month usually have the biggest releases.
Well, you're figuring it out. So let's get into it here. The first one we had come out is, hey, look, I did that one.
Hey, look, yeah, you did. Switch Hitter Hit and Run Book 1 by E.M. Lindsay, narrated by John Solo.
Ta-da! That one came out on the 14th, and I got to admit, that one I'm pretty proud of. That it's a good book. It's a new client to us. It's soon to be a very regular client to us. We actually booked a bunch more. We're obviously finishing this series, and we got a bunch more coming on. But I I did not only a very slight French accent on one of the voices, but I also had to do a bunch of French stuff, and it seems like this is going to be an ongoing trend.
Heard it was. Yeah, I heard it was really good and lots of growling. I don't know. That's what I heard.
I think you're going to like it. So cool. Next we had, there we go.
Look, he's showing off his arms. Get a Little Rowdy, Collinwood Cougars Book 2 by Jada Marks, narrated by Denver Stevens.
That name, Denver Stevens. Now, Denver, I apologize. I've never met you before, but it sounds like you should be a folk singer. Next, we had
John Denver. Hunter's Hair Claws Inc. Book 2 by Fel Fern, narrated by Jacob Martinez.
And that one also came out on the 14th. Then we had
The Bright and Hungry Future of Hawks. More Heat Than the Sun, Book 9 by John Wiltshire, narrated by Gary Furlong.
I think it's probably Wiltshire. I don't know. That Shire is never actually Shire. It's always a Sure.
Yeah, he's not a hobbit, I'm sure.
Yeah. Next we had
Out in the Cold, Blue Collar Hearts series. I don't know. I think it's book 2 by Kiki Clark, narrated by Michael Dean.
the author that's fun to wear on your nose. Next we had.
I thought it was your face, but okay.
Yeah, well. Yeah, you said, yeah, well, and then I nodded, assuming that you would go on. That one came out on the 15th. Sorry, I'm not doing my job here. Then we had. Oh, no. Hey, are you there? Okay.
Yeah, I'm here.
I think that your connection locked up there for a second.
No, it didn't. I was waiting on you.
You didn't hear me. It's all right. We can make this tech thing work here. It's okay. So then we had Summer Kisses. Tell me about this one. Oh, this one's the audio clip I got. That's why you were looking at me.
I told you about that.
You were all fucking
right before we went on the air.
All weird.
I'm like looking at you going.
Look, I got a lot fucking going on here is what's going on. Let me see if I can pull this up. We got play pause. I think that one's named wrong on my side is what the problem is. So here we go.
Sebastian, who's the true hero behind?
No, that's not the right one.
No, that's not the right one.
Well, how about this one?
Hello, this is Dan Kelly.
There you go.
There we go.
Summer
Cool.
Kisses. And here's the blurb for you. 2 chefs, 2 summers, 1 shot at a second chance. Aaron's plan, then: 1. Get a better job. 2. Learn more skills. 3. Get money for restaurant. 4. Don't fall in love with Josh. Now: 1. Finesse menu. 2. Stop being angry at Josh. 3. Swear less. Ben's idea. 4. Stop wanting to kiss Josh. 5. Get Michelin stars. 6. Stop being in love with Josh. Josh's plan, then: 1. Start new job. 2. Try not to burn out. 3. Don't fall in love with Aaron. 4. Seriously, don't. It will only end badly. Now: 1. Survive the summer. 2. Get a new job. 3. Don't get involved with Aaron again. 4. Don't think about kissing him. 5. Don't think about his smile. 6. Don't think about how much you still love him. Summer Kisses is a contemporary MM romance featuring 2 chefs with a complicated history, clashing egos, cheese toasties, and 2 summers that will change everything. It's part of the Kiss Me series and can be listened to as a standalone. Content warning: this novel contains mentions of drug use and issues of alcohol abuse.
All right. See what needs to happen. By the way, thank you, Dan. I love you, man. We got to get together again. What needs to happen is I need to rename them on my side as well, on my play and pause buttons, because right now I have that one as it says stop, STAHP, which is the book from last week. So yeah.
Well,
so
on mine it says summer.
yeah, it's not your fault. It's something that has to do with vMix, but we'll get this worked out. You're doing good. You're doing your job. I just got to do mine, and I fucked up. So I'm sorry. But hey, Dan, thanks again, man. And thanks for doing this. I really do appreciate it. Next we had.
Now I'm lost. Okay, The Flirty Neighbor, Choreo Heights, Book 2 by Ry Cox, narrated by Zachary Zava.
And that one came out on the 18th. Then we had
Blink, Treasure Trail, Book 2 by Morgan Bryce, narrated by John Solo.
I think I got a story time sitting around for that I need to post up. I'm going to have to make a task for that for later. Then we had
The Fix is In, Taurus Intercession. I'm hoping I got that right. Book 4 by Mary Colmay, narrated by Tristan James.
You did, and good job. That one came out on the 19th. Then we had
Spellbound, Fallen Messenger Series, Book 2 by Ava Marie Salinger, narrated by Alex Kidd.
And that one was on the 19th as well. Then we had
Perfect Flaw by Frank Spinelli, narrated by Cooper North.
I did a book, it's been probably a decade ago, way back early on in my career, called Perfect Flaws with an S. Now, this is no reflection on Perfect Flaw. I'm sure this is a fine book, but Perfect Flaws was one of the worst pieces of material I've ever worked on in my life. Talk about, if anyone wants a good laugh, it wasn't meant to be humorous, but my God, it was.
Next time you talk to Zivka, or
Zivka, yes.
Ask her about Ripcord.
Oh my God. I'm sure she enjoyed that.
No, she didn't.
that was one of those where it was just sex from beginning to end. So
I loved it. Of course I would, but
yeah, it wasn't a horrible book by any means. The author did a great job. It was
just ask her about it. She'll let you know.
I gotta ask her. I know my performance wasn't up to par at that point, but anyways, that one came out on the 19th. Then we also had a busy week this week. Look at that.
Yeah, you did. Boy Issues, Command and Care, Book 1 by Morticia Knight, and narrated by John Solo.
And another one that is, there's a lot of sexy times going on in that one, if I remember correctly, but also a lot of growling.
I missed like 99.9% of them.
You'll like it. I think you'll really like that. And that's also the start of a series, and Morticia did a great job on this. So I'm looking forward to getting everybody's opinion on that. That one also came out on the 19th. Then we had, this is another audio. Here we go.
I'm the Hollywood heartthrob. Crime-fighting, adventure-seeking international man of mystery? Me. I'm the real Baxter. Well, I wear the suit and let the action play out on screen.
Hang on.
You want to know?
See, I've got it all fucked up. There's too many fucking buttons. Hang on. I got this figured out. Don't you worry. So first, I'm going to hit this. So that's the right one, right? Then I'm going to hit this, and then I'm going to hit
Sebastian,
this.
who's the true hero
Now,
behind
full
the Hollywood
screen.
heartthrob, crime-fighting, adventure-seeking international man of mystery? Me. I'm the real Baxter. Well, I wear the suit and let the action play out on screen. You want to know the secret of my success? Sell the story you want to tell, even if you have to bend the truth a little. Okay, a lot. Trent, look, I'm not exactly killing it. I'm a typical struggling actor/writer hoping for a break. And boom, in walks Sebastian Rourke. He's a cutthroat, wickedly charming silver fox, a Hollywood legend in the making, no joke. You've got to sell a piece of your soul to get in this man's orbit. Or fake a British accent, then take a job playing bodyguard to fool the press. As one does. The Real Baxter is an MM age gap bisexual romance, featuring the man who has everything and the actor who's willing to show him what's real. Written by Lane Hayes, narrated by Michael Ferriolo.
All right. Michael, also good to hear from you, man. We got to get together soon. And great job on that. That one came out on the 19th as well. That was a busy day. Then we had
Lost in a Moment, Trials of Fear, Book 5 by Nikki James, narrated by Adam Gold.
That one was on the 19th too. Then we finally are moving into the 20th. We had
The Hunter and His Mates, Kincaid Pack Book 4 by Kiki Clark, narrated by Kurt Graves.
the author that's fun to wear on your face or nose. And then we had
A Case for Christmas, The Lords of Bucknell Club Book 2 by J.A. Rock and Lisa Henry, narrated by Cornell Collins.
excellent. Now, looks like you listened to four books this week. Wow. All right.
Yes.
All right. I'll pull the first one up here. There we go.
I gave this one 4.8 bullets.
That's I'm not sure that you should be allowed to do that, but all right, let's hear all about that.
I can do that. It's my show.
Yep, let's hear all about it. You tell me.
We did this one for the audiobook club in Discord. I really enjoyed this book. The crispness of Kale's voice is amazing. Felice did an amazing job writing this, and I just couldn't put it down. Although I strongly disliked Ronan, who's one of the main characters' brother-in-law and sister, because they wanted nothing to do with Ronan unless it was to give him money. I kept yelling at both of them whenever they tried to call him, and it was they just annoyed me all to bits. Gabriel, who's the other main character, is a bodyguard who gets hired by Ronan to watch over him after he gets out of prison for something he didn't do. And, well, they end up, of course, falling for each other. Gabriel's mother was awesome. I just loved her. And like I said, the book was amazing. I loved every moment of it. And the sexy times were hot, and Kale did great job with those.
Of course he did. So 4.8 bullets. Is that? Do we need to put hash marks in this now to make the bullet rating work? Why did it not hit 5 bullets? Is what I want to know.
Well, like, you know how I mostly say a high 5 or maybe a high 4? And it's not like a 4.5, so it's somewhere in between 4.5 and 5.
That's a very specific. Maybe we should start going to a 10 bullet rating system. But all right, cool. Well, so there's a review on that one. The next one that you listened to was there we go.
Yeah, Out in the Cold by Kiki Clark. I gave this one 2.7 bullets.
Wait a minute. Stop. All right. We need to simplify this system. Keep it simple, Lissa, I think is the acronym for this. I don't know that there's any like 2 point. There's no Dewey Decimal System going on here. All right. What we need is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can't confuse people. They're like, well, I don't like to listen to anything Lissa recommends below 0.3.6. Just why? All right, go ahead.
I know this was going to throw you off once I started doing it.
It's fucking dumb, man. Come on, just commit, okay?
Well,
commit.
no, it's not it's not like a 2.5, and it's not a 3. So it's
Why
somewhere
not?
in between.
Wait, why can't? Okay, you need to decide. Okay, are you a Gemini by chance? Is that what's going on here? Okay, so you need to decide.
I'm an Aquarius.
You need to decide whether it's, or we can go to a 10, but the 2 point, so what makes it a 2.4 that it's a I don't know. Just fucking pick. Is it a, okay, so this one, was it a 2 or was it a 3? That's what I want.
A high 2.
All right, so a 3. It was a fucking 3 then. There we go. Okay. That's what I'm calling it. All right, tell me about Out in the Cold.
It was a short novella, and I really enjoyed it. I mean, it was basically short and sweet, not something I'm used to with Kiki. But jumping from like first person in Fall Guy to third person in this book did confuse me a little at first, because after like a couple of, maybe a chapter or two, it all sounded like he was doing the same voice for both of them. It was weird, but I was able to enjoy it after a couple of chapters. A moment caught me off guard, but just for a little bit, and then it made me giggle because it was Kiki. And of course, one of them was wearing lacy panties, and I was like, okay. But yeah, it was a great book. It was short, sweet, and there was a lumberjack, so.
Well, you can't go wrong with a lumberjack. So we got a solid 3 bullets on this one. That's where I'm going, and I'm sticking to it. But excellent. Next we had
Mr. Uptight by Felice Stevens and narrated by Cale Williams. I was on a Cale kick this week again.
I guess so.
This one was a 5.5. Since you want to be specific about it.
Okay. So
I
was it a
5.2, but it was 5.5.
What was it? Was it 5 or was it a bullet breaker? There's where we're at. Was it a 5 or was it a bullet breaker?
It was a 5.
Okay, so we're at a 5. Thank you very much. Now tell me about this one.
This book hit all my tropey buttons, and I just fell in love with it. I didn't want to put it down, but I had to kind of force myself to put it down because I didn't want it to end too soon. And it sucked me into the first chapter and didn't let go until it was done. I could have listened to this one in one sitting if I was able to. There was a lot of sexy times, and the squirm factor was high, but there wasn't too many to where it would ruin the book for me. And it was like a perfect blend of story and sexy times.
So when you say it hit all your trope buttons, what trope is this?
It's boss employee, enemies to lovers, best friend's brother, close proximity.
All right, cool. That makes sense. It sounds like there's definitely a trend going on, not only with the narrator this week, but also the author, because the next one you did was this one.
Yeah, Austin, I gave this one a 3. I said 3.2, but you don't want to go Dewey Decimal System.
Stop. Yeah, stop.
This was a novella in the first book of the Man Up series. Apparently, Austin works in a dance club, and this tall, handsome stranger is falling for him. We do find out his name toward the end of the book, and he has a British accent, which Cale does amazing on. And I can't wait till book 2, and I do have it. But this one ends in a cliffhanger, and there really wasn't any sexy times in it, but the dirty talk when the sexy stranger was getting a lap dance from Austin was extremely hot. So nice. That's why there was a high-ish. That's why the It was high-ish, and the
Yeah,
swim
you
factor
just
was very
yeah,
good.
you just need to commit is what needs to happen. Kale, you're gonna have to come on and talk to the beard again because I'm sick of fucking hearing people all day long in the Brigadiers talk about your sexy goddamn voice. So we're gonna get it all out in the open. We're gonna get it exposed. Thank you so much for destroying my
Lola's
week
moving.
once again. I love you, man. But anyways, we've got those. We've got the reviews going on. Obviously, thank you very much, Alyssa. You did a wonderful job. I will lock down my tech on this for next week so I don't have to mess with the buttons anymore. I'm going to go ahead and order one of the Stream Decks, I think, so I can have it up here so I don't have to mess with it.
I thought you were gonna bring it back up there.
Well, it's got to be downstairs in the booth for when I'm recording. I have to have it for there. And I think it's going to be a have for up here too. I'm trying with these buttons, and unfortunately you can't rename the buttons, which is a problem. So I'm going to have an actual Stream Deck. But anyways, I love you guys. Thank you for hanging out. Enjoy yourselves. Alyssa, great job. I'll see you next week. Wave bye to the camera. Peace out.